Good midday, sir.
Yeah, good midday.
We've been running around tying up some loose ends this morning. We got a bunch of rain down here on this job site.
Oh, we did. We did.
And you got a bunch done
firsthand.
You got a bunch done while I was gone.
Yeah, for weather conditions, I did move along pretty good.
So I think last time we were videoing down here, we were hauling all the material away from the pond, or from the pile to the pond. I was out of town for a few days. Aaron ran around with the dozer, got a lot of this other stuff cleaned up, got a few other piles pushed up. We need to get hauled at some point, but I think it's still just a little bit too wet to do that.
Yeah.
We could do it, but we're probably gonna make a mess.
Don't want to do that.
But good news, Farmer Chris never lets us down.
No, he doesn't.
He said, hey, while you're here, why don't you try completely to the other side of the farm and take out a few random trees for us? So we're gonna try and knock that out real quick. He says they're big trees, and that worries me a little bit because Chris usually don't exaggerate. He usually downplays.
Yeah, like no problem. They're big trees, but it ain't no problem.
The biggest tree we ever seen. All right, and then there's a random well. I think he marked it. I see a random flag up there we need to do something with. So I say we go over and deal with the trees first, and then come back and see if we catch that well on the way through.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Look how well our pile has burnt up. Curiosity's kind of killed the cat. I'm gonna go around the other side here. Let's just kind of stir that up. It's been almost, I'm trying to think. It's been, I think the last time we did something with this was right out a week ago. I bet you there's a chance there's still some hot coals down in there. I'm gonna stir that around just a little bit so we'll go to haul it later. It is for sure cooled off. Let's see what's in there. At least we got the wind in our favor. Oh yeah, we can feel the heat off that, baby. Check out when we come back through. It wouldn't surprise me one bit to see fire on this somewhere again. All right, enough with playing in that. So pretty good little look at what Aaron did while I was gone. This is what we kind of left it at. This is where we just ripped all the trees out, got the big stuff down on the fire. Aaron come through with a dozer, kind of skimmed everything up, got it looking like this. The majority of all the big stuff's there. Still got some scraggler roots and stuff sticking up. We might hit that one time with the root rake on the skid steer. Will take care of some of those, but the majority of that stuff, we got that big brush disc we bought whenever I bought the abandoned farm down there, so a lot of that stuff, Chris will run that brush disc through here. It'll chop up that stuff to where it really won't affect him at all when he comes to the farm this. So I think it's going going to work out rather nice. So I'm not 100% for sure where we're going. He said over here behind the red barn, so I think that's this direction. I guess these are the few trees in question.
Yeah.
You don't think he can fit the planter through there?
I don't see a problem getting between any of them trees.
I was looking at this tree and I'm like, that's not overly big, but then I look at that tree. That's a pretty good sized tree.
Yeah, decent tree.
I think that's poison sumac on that tree. Do you want to go touch it?
No, I'm not getting it.
I think you should test it.
No, I get poison ivy real easy, I think.
That's sumac though.
Yeah, sumac I'm allergic to.
Let's find out.
No,
What do you prove?
No. You go ahead and touch it all you want and see what happens to you.
If I touch it, can I rub on you?
No, no. I don't go that way. You don't rub on me.
Come on. That's the good stuff.
No.
It's got the shiny leaves.
Yeah, it's good stuff. You want about 3 or 4 days off.
Well, I guess let's get these things on the ground. He said push them over here on the edge of the woods. They may come back and cut some logs out of them later.
Okay, so you don't want them shoved down in?
No, I may even, I don't know. We'll see what I can do. I may try to pick them up, pack them over to the excavator so I can kind of sit them.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, I guess we'll see how big of stump holes we got. We may have to throw a load of dirt on old Bubba Dump.
Yeah.
Bring it over here and fill these holes in, but let's get the trees down first.
All right.
A lot of rock down in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that didn't look like root dust to me. Oh yeah, I see it up there now. Yeah, probably. That's probably a squirrel nest. You know, one thing we've never done that we need to do sometime on one of Farmer Chris's job, like when he has us removing trees like this, we just need to leave one. Just leave one time.
There was one up there that I left at the very end. I almost thought about doing that.
I'd like to do it one time, just see what he would say.
Right there would be the perfect one.
Oh, it would be. We could always say we thought it was a pecan tree, and Mom never wants us to take down pecan trees. 'Ready to see if it'll lift this one. Two down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 to go.
Might be the ugliest stump I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should be back far enough in it.
It's borderline.
All I had was good now.
Ask a farmer, he's gonna say no, it needs to be back in there another 10 foot.
I was the landowner that went to that private back there to see more.
Yeah, 10-4. Two more trees left. Just these two little ones. And a landmine of these little things right here. And I do not like that. They said a baby copperhead, you can't tell it's a copperhead until it's a little bit older. So I think that is one of them copperheaded rattle moccasins. I do not like it. I found one there. Found 2 over there. He set me up. There's a mama snake around here somewhere and I don't like it. All right, last of the trees.
Dozer, you should probably brought the other dozer.
Yeah. Oh, I better take a big one. I don't know how big these trees are. All right, got the last of the trees down. I don't know if he's gonna.
Right. I think this is the old trash pit.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's an old trash pit. They've buried everything right here. So we got the last of the small trees down, so all the trees that we're gonna take out are down. I told him to probably wouldn't hurt to take the limbs off these trees right here just to make it easier for him to farm around it, but you know, it wasn't his idea, so he's gonna be hard-headed about it and he won't take them limbs down.
All right, we got all the big trees out of here. I think Aaron's right. I think this was their basically their old borrow or old, I don't know if trash pit's the right word. It ain't trash, it's just all their old random stuff that was laid down in here. Hopefully we find enough good dirt to get this all covered up and get her farmable. Aaron's kind of finishing, smooshing that up. We're gonna go over here and do a little bit of tree trimming. Got a pretty good size white oak tree here. I think you guys can obviously see all the limbs are actually touching the ground over there. We're not gonna take this tree out. We're just gonna go around, reach what limbs we can, and yank them out of there so they can get a tractor underneath there. Obviously this would be a perfect little job for the eliminator, but there is no point in going back and getting it for just a few limbs. So we're gonna do the old rip and tear method. The rest of the field, honestly, for not being planted in, I don't know, 20, 30 years, they've cut hay off of it, but it don't look too bad. We just got this little stretch right here. I'm gonna trim these going back. I don't know, for some reason it's easier for me. I can get them tucked in the woods easier if the butt is towards the woods. I know you guys can't see up there. Got it. Just gonna tuck these in the woods right here. We're gonna be good to go, just like that. All right. There's that one. Get this one, it's actually over our head, so watch your head. That one. Go ahead and see if we can grab the next one. We'll throw those in the woods together. I'll be able to get the next two. Oh. Got him. All right, onward. Somewhere. Hopefully he's smart enough to get out of the way. Some of these limbs are the size of trees. appreciate that bulldozer. All right, guys, I think that's pretty much got this little area here. That cleaned up really nice. Chris will be able to hit that with that brush disc as well. And farm straight on through. So got all these trees trimmed. That's good enough. He can get his equipment underneath. It's a big farm. We might be back in a few years after he kind of figures out crawling on these. Once he kind of figures out what his system is here. There's a little bit of this corner here that can be pushed back a little bit farther, but I think they're actually going to come up here and cut timber, or possibly cut timber. And a few of these trees might make some good logs. And the ones we took down are laying on the sides of the woods, so they can't get to them, and use them for logs if they need to. So that's going to be good enough for now. So we're going to walk over the hill and see what this little well situation is. I'm assuming the random flag in the middle of the field marks the spot. Looks like it. Oh yeah, she's full of water. You know how much work somebody went through back in the day to put that hole in the ground? And then you're just gonna show up and destroy it.
Yeah. This looks really good.
It does, don't it?
Yeah.
And it's really old.
I might have to disagree with Chris. I say we stake it off, put a fence up and save this. I like it.
You know what? I don't think it matters what you think or what you like.
Well, I will talk to his sister.
That's probably not going to help you either.
I don't either, huh? Wow. They did a really good job.
So what they do back in the day, they probably, some way, shape, or form, knew there was a spring here or some groundwater. They literally come in here, dig a hole in the ground, line it with rocks, put a lid on top of it, and then the groundwater just keeps it full. I don't know, there's a chance there might have been a house here, but I'd say this one was probably used for livestock, wouldn't you? Water livestock?
Yeah. Because I think this was all one time, years ago, wasn't it all field?
Yeah, it was all, yeah. It's been several different things, but the house is right down there, and it's the original old house, so they could have got, I mean, they could have got water for the house here, and it could have been gravity feed.
Yeah.
But,
I hate to see this go.
yeah, well.
Might be a well hugger on this one.
A well hugger.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Oh, you got 3 huggers.
I'll tell you what.
Well hugger here.
You swim down the bottom, tell me how deep it is, and I'll save it.
Copperheaded rattle moccasins.
That's a deal right there.
Oh, man.
That is a deal.
I tell you what, they know if somebody can drop a rock in, you can tell how deep it is.
Well, your name's Rock, ain't it?
No. I float.
Crap
Like
does.
bobber.
Crap does float.
Yeah, yeah. Not bobber. I'm a bobber.
All right, well, our instructions are to make it disappear, so I guess that's what we're gonna have to do.
You know, I agree with Chris on a lot of things. This is one thing I'm not agreeing with him with.
You know why Chris is making this disappear, don't you?
Because he's gonna be able to have 12 corn stalks right here.
No, remember the accident on the other farm?
Oh, he don't want to do that.
Well, it wasn't him. Remember the neighbor on the side by side?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was thinking of the one that was a septic tank he fell in.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
That's a whole different hole.
Yeah. I bet you this one's a lot cleaner.
You gonna swim it?
No, no. I'm gonna drop a rock.
All right. Let's make it disappear.
All right. That means go.
Go?
Yeah.
Go there, Bill.
Here we go. That's cold. That was not funny. Remember, what goes around comes around.
My hand slipped.
I bet it did. Yeah, as slow and as easy as you could. It slipped. I had an important formal dinner date tonight. Now I got this. Yes, a subscriber sent me a great shirt, and they will see that on film. I'll get back. This is going to be a to be continued. He's getting close. I'll let him get the rest of that and we'll go back to filming. All right, water's gone. It's taking me back around him again.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're real sorry about that.
All right,
It's all right. You can pick this up with HR. I done made a phone call. I phoned a friend.
I was going down, and I thought, I backed off. That was like...
You did not back off.
I did back off.
You did not back off.
That was like a 50% hit.
No, that was like a wide open hit.
You know why I backed off? I was afraid if I hit it too hard, it might get me too.
You know, that was a bad time to do that because I was concentrating real hard on snakes coming out, and I did not want a snake coming out and get me. And then you do that.
I didn't do it. The machine did it. It just had a
mind of its own, huh? Brand new machine, mind of its own. It had a mind of its own the other day, and it had another one, but that was going up, not down.
Switched.
No, it didn't.
All right, that actually filled in really nice.
Yeah, it did. That worked out really good.
We'll let that settle out for a day or two. We may run a small dozer up here and fluff this around, but I think it's good. Look, my fire did come back to life. See the smoke?
Oh yeah, see smoke down there.
All right, we got about an hour to kill.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go over there and try to get that matting on top of that mud. So
okay.
Start tomorrow. We can start hauling.
Yeah.
I guess, is it dry enough? You can start pushing some of your
stuff? I think
so.
I was just playing around a little bit there on the way up when you were stirring the ashes, and I think it'll be all right.
All right. Well, once you go push up what you can, I'm gonna go over there and throw that. I think if I throw one more round of stuff out there, then we can take the dozer from here on out and
push it out. All right.
That's kind of what I'm hoping. So I just want to keep that mud buried.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Watch out for water.
I'm gonna stay dry now. I ain't gonna be around you.
Aaron did his thing over there, getting everything cleaned up. Man, it looks dry on top. It is so wet underneath. Hopefully we can work down here tomorrow without making too big a mess. Cars on the truck will definitely help our cause quite a bit. We're just getting close to the end, so I don't want to keep making a bigger mess, because we got to clean our mess up. Hopefully that makes sense. Look at that, you see it? It's burning. I told you there was a good chance we'd find a hot spot down here, and she'd start burning again, and sure enough she is. There's another fire right there on the other side of my bucket. You see it right there burning? All them hot coals. I'm gonna combine our two fires into one here, and might as well just throw some of this stuff on there, burn what we can. And the ash, it kind of acts like an insulator. It holds all that heat down in there and keeps these coals hot, but it also protects this wood from the fire. It keeps the fire from getting down to, or the oxygen from getting down to this wood that's buried, keeping it from burning. So this thing's burnt up so well, I don't know if this is necessary to try to get the last little bit of it, but we got a fire burning, so why not? Oh, she's taking off good now. This has actually worked out quite nice. We got a decent little fire burning again right there. And it is away from our main pile of ashes where I kind of got spread out, so those could be cooling down while that's burning away. So sometimes things just work out. All right, in case you guys missed it last time, I'll kind of give you a rundown of what we're trying to do here again. So this is the pond that we drained when we first got here. We're kind of using it as a site to get rid of all this debris from cleaning up from the clearing. Instead of taking the dozer, just pushing it out in there, kind of trying to take the excavator and strategically placing it out there, hoping we can kind of bridge over top of some of that pond mud and bury it, because what we don't want to happen is all that mud to come back to the surface later and be pumping through. So far we've been pretty successful bridging the first half of it. Just need to figure out how to get out there and bridge the second half of it. And once we get it bridged, we won't have to mess with doing this. We can just take the dozer and layer it in here. Trying to give me a little bit of a pad here. Gotta be a little careful how far I walk out there, because I don't think I got enough matting down to hold me. See how it kind of just squishes out from underneath me? Oh yeah, good stuff out there, I tell you. You guys see how that's jiggling? It's just like a big old bowl of Jello. It's craziness. We get a little bit more stuff right there where my tracks are at to help hold me up. And we'll just keep working our way out there. Otherwise, we're gonna have to dig all this mud out and throw it up in the field and let it dry out and then come back and deal with it. If we can pull off this, it's going to be a whole lot better scenario. All right, let's throw a little bit over here. Now, see if we can get out there and hold up. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, yeah, look at that. Now we'll start grabbing this stuff. My method is I try to throw some out there as far as I can first. It kind of builds a little bit of a dam. Then I'll kind of work back to myself, and that's what really traps that stuff in there. Took the excavator, got that stuff shuffled out there as far as I can. Got a couple feet on most of the mud. Honestly, we got probably about 90% of the mud covered up, which is great. Hopefully we can keep it down there. What I'm gonna do now is take the dozer and try to push this stuff out there and just bridge a lift on top of it. What I don't want to do is start pushing it when we get a big wave and we start shoving it up the other side. This stuff absolutely sucks to push. But we got at least one more round of stuff in here, so hopefully I can get it pushed out there enough We'll get that next round dumped in here, then we'll level all this off, track it in, and then start bringing that dam over on top of it and covering it up. So let's see what kind of damage we can do. Debris in it. If you try to push it, you just end up getting stuck on something. And you gotta watch stuff like that so it don't come back at you. It's a blast to push, let me tell you. Well, this is actually filling in quite nice, especially considering all the way rain we had. It's definitely getting nice and solid. By the time we get this second layer on here, we're going to be good, because we're going to end up with a third layer on here, which should make it really solid. And then we're going to end up with 2 or 3 feet of dirt on top of it, which should be good. Like I said, this is going to be farm field for as long as we know. Nothing's going to be built here, so if some of this stuff settles out, it's just not a huge deal, and it actually should help a little bit with some drainage with some groundwater coming through here. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to back the truck in here, start getting some more stuff dumped. We got just a little bit of mud to bury yet. This is going to work out nice, because I think with having all this stuff in here and the dirt we got available to us there, we can bring this back. We should be able to contour this real nice. So I think hopefully with a little bit of luck, we got a day and a half of hauling, and then probably another day and a half of getting everything cleaned up. But we are well on our way, so hopefully it'll turn out nice. So anyways, that's a wrap on this one. We only had about a half day down here today with all the rain. We just want to come down here, see what the conditions were like, and make sure we got a good plan for tomorrow. We actually got more done than what I anticipated, and another couple hours of this sun, tomorrow should be a good day. So see you guys then. If your travels take you through southern Indiana or just looking for a unique destination, everybody is always welcome here at the world famous Derby Market and the home headquarters of the Dirt Perfect operation. No guarantees you'll catch Aaron or myself, but feel free to take all the pictures you like. Just for obvious reasons, please don't climb on or in any of the equipment. And most importantly, please tag us on all the social platforms, including the Derby Market. Before you head out, take a quick trip inside, look around, and locate the Dirt Perfect Visitors Map. Be sure you pin the location you traveled from and enter the Dirt Perfect Visitors drawing for a chance to win some Dirt Perfect merch. As always, guys, thank you for watching and supporting this channel. It means the world, and we shall catch you on the next one.